Hey guys, Caleb and I are here. We wanted to tell you guys when you have a mishap on the boat, and it's going to happen, right? You got rods out on the deck, you got rods in the back. Sometimes he fishes from the back, sometimes he's up on the deck with me. And this is a Falcon. It's a nice little finesse rod. It was a 7-foot rod,
Yes.
and nice little rod. And Caleb's gotten some really good use out of it. But here's what happened.
This, real quick, this is the Falcon graphite medium popper split. Medium heavy. It's the medium action.
Yeah.
7 foot, 8 to 17 pound test. It throws 1/14 to half an ounce lures.
Yep.
Which is really good, and it is the Falcon Coastal X9. A really good rod.
All right, it is. It's a cool rod. Thanks for sharing that. All right, so broke the tip. Now, when that happens, and oftentimes what you're going to find is when you do break your rod, you are going to break them really high up at the tip, obviously, because as you travel up the rod, the gauge of the graphite becomes much more small. So, what do? Do you just chunk the rod? I mean, this is a 7-foot rod. So what we did is we simply turned it into, now it's a 6-7 rod. So I went to Cabela's, and forgive me, it's the Fuji rod repair kit. A lot of you guys have already done this or know about it, but for those of you who don't know about it, it's pretty simple. You got a glue stick that you heat up with a lighter. You apply it to a piece of the tip that you're going to fix, which was right
around here. And
Yep.
what we did, we could have just used this part for the tip, but we thought, let's actually make a real tip instead of an actual rod guide.
So because here's the old one.
No, this is the old one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This is the old one.
Yeah, you're right.
And
My
then
bad.
we
These
put
are
this
the
one on, so we just cut this off and glued this part on.
Yep, we did. And these actually are extras that came in this kit. So they come with 3 tips, varying gauge sizes. So in other words, varying sizes for varying sizes of rods, powers of rods. And so this would be a very, very, very tiny rod. And so we used the one in the middle, which slipped on really well. But all I did was heat. Yeah, you can give them a better look. So there you go.
So you can see the different sizes in the holes, and then you can see the different sizes right there in the eyelets.
Hey guys, we just I just ran into Cabela's and grabbed this. You can go to Mudhole. There's a whole lot of places that sell a ton of different rod accessories. I mean, you can buy your own blanks and build your own rods if you want to. If you're a busy dad, I don't have time to turn my garage into a rod manufacturing plant, so I just ran up to Cabela's, got the Fuji kit. There's the glue stick. You heat it up, and then you just heat this piece up. This little piece is going to slip on. Just warm it up with a lighter. Warm the glue up, put it on the tip, slip it on, and guys, it sets up super fast. I mean,
you just have to hold it on for 3 seconds.
Line up your eyes. Make sure the eyes lined up.
Press it down as hard as you can for 3 seconds, and then you just let it be for another 10 seconds, and then it's stiff. It's good as new.
Oh, I wanted to tell you all this. I started out trying to clip this with 10 snips, which I will always keep it real with you guys. Don't be a dum-dum like me and use 10 snips, because all it does is splinter the graphite. This is my Craftsman. It's like a Dremel, and this little blade is serrated. And this thing cut through that like butter. There was no splintering. There was nothing. So you guys out there, if y'all have woodworking tools and you have something like that, I recommend something with a serrated edge that moves super fast. You can go right through that rod. You don't wind up splintering the rod like this. It won't splinter. So what we did is
by the way, this is the Craftsman Nets Tech
Okay.
And it is the 12 volts of the next set, and it's the die-hard lithium ion. So.
And it comes with just like dozens of attachments. This is just one of the attachments. But check this rod out, guys. We now have a 6'7" spinning rod, and I mean it's nice. It's obviously the flex on it's going to change up slightly, right? I mean, you don't have you're missing what, 4 inches maybe?
Yeah.
No, you're missing. Yeah, you're actually missing a little bit more.
So you'll have better hook sets per se. You're going to be able to use a little bit higher gauges of hooks because it's going to be stiffer, better for ripping the hook. And
that's true.
You might lose a little bit of casting weight. That says 1/14. It might be brought to 1/8 of an ounce now without that tip. You always have to keep that in mind. So if you're, say, a perch or like a pinfish guy, and you just had one of your really light rods broken, let's say it threw 1/16, and you broke it like us, you might have to be throwing 1/10 to 1/8 of it.
Yeah, so what Caleb's saying is we took 5 inches off this, and I took a tape measure to it. It's now a 6'7" rod, and so yes, it's gonna change. It'll change it slightly, and it'll actually give it a little bit more backbone. And so it changed it up slightly. Anyways, rather than throw this great blank, everything on this rod's fabulous, the reel seat, everything's fine. Rather than throw it away, I spent $6, I think, on this Fuji set. I have 2 more eyelets that came in the pack, the glue stick, and so if something happened to another rod, hopefully one of these would fit it. But my point is that you don't have to just throw these things in the garbage.
And looking forward to I'm going to be making a review on this rod with one of my favorite budget-friendly spinning reels. It is awesome. So look forward. I'm looking forward to that review, which will be out very soon.
Yeah.
So I'll get that posted out there. But again, this is an amazing rod. What was it? 99.
We got it on sale. I think we got it on sale.
I mean, and then with
and you've gotten a lot of fish time out of it.
Yes, it's an amazing rod. I caught my first bass with a worm on this rod.
You did
with a shaky head. That was an incredible
was it a drop
moment.
shot?
No, it was a shaky head. I was shaking
that's right.
That was so much fun. I mean, because at that time we were fishing dead winter. We didn't know what we were doing at the time. We were just we were complete novices. And then, because I hadn't caught fish for a month and a half straight, and then that fish, he wasn't even a keeper. I think he was 13 inches. He meant a lot though. That was a really important fish to me. So I'll always remember that fish. And that was my first worm fish. And I was actually, here, 1 second. This is the exact same setup that I was using. Yeah, just a little shaky head dream shot. Favorite color?
Oh yeah.
Fire tiger color on this dream shot.
Yeah.
This is a battered up worm. It might be the same worm actually.
It could be. Nah, there's no way. That was a long time.
Yeah, that was a long time. That was a year.
No.
2 years ago.
Yeah. That was a couple
2
years ago.
Couple years ago. Yeah.
And for me, I'll tell you this, guys. For me, I didn't grow up. My stepdad was a pro bass guy. Fished the Classic, Bassmasters Classic. Was sponsored by Skeeter Boats. And as a kid growing up, I never held a spinning reel or a spinning rod. I mean, I literally when he got the fishing bug and we really started fishing again and doing a ton of research, I was like, what's the point, right? I mean, I fished with a little punch button Zebco, and then I went to a bait caster, and back then there really weren't brakes. Your thumb was always your brake. And I was like, what's the point in these spinning reels? Well, I've taught myself to use a spinning reel okay. He actually started out on a spinning reel and does quite well on a spinning reel.
My first thing that I ever casted was a Zebco. It was a Zebco.
Mm-hmm.
But then I went from a Zebco to a baitcaster. That first baitcaster was an Abu Garcia Black Max. Nope, actually it was a Lew's. It was a Lew's Speed Spool, I think.
We didn't intend to turn this video into this long. We were just going to show you about repairing the rod tip. But this is Caleb's Zebco Bullet that he started out on. Very heavy, extremely heavy, but extremely well built. And it's one of the only punch buttons with a 5 to 4.
No, that's 5 9.
5
9. I can't find it. But I'll tell you.
I think it's 5 4 to 1. 5.
It's 5 9.
Gear ratio. Anyways, most of them don't have a gear ratio. They're somewhere in the 4s or 3s on their gear ratio. So it'll take in line. Obviously, it's not like your high-speed baitcast reels where you're, now at 8.3 and 7.5 and all that.
10,
but
11 with the new
for a punch
Abu
button,
Garcia.
For a punch button, you dads that are out there, for a punch button, your kids are getting into it. And baitcast is overwhelming. Maybe even the spinning reel is a little bit overwhelming. This is an awesome, well-made punch button reel. It's heavy. It's a little heavy, but we had it paired up on this little Black Max 6.6 rod, and he fished the daylights out of it for quite a while, and then obviously graduated. He was like, Dad. And then we got him spinning reel, and he fished with this rod for years.
Yeah, my second reel was actually a Lew's Speed Spool. And we were at a pond, and I was like, Dad, I want to lose my reel because we were actually bobber fishing. Again, this was our first month or 2 months of fishing. He was like, that's not really what it's for. But I was like, Dad, please, I want to try. And he's like, fine, that's really not what it's for, but okay. So we got it out. First cast, because we didn't set up the brakes or anything. Rat's nest, we had to cut it out. We took it back to Academy. We were like, no, I don't think so. And then we got me a spinning reel, because one of the guys that I watched on TV a long time ago, I still do a little bit, he was Chasing Monsters, a TV show. He used a spinning reel, so I was like, I want to get that because I want to be like him, because he went off the coast and he caught giant sharks and stuff. But so I wanted to be like him, so I got a spinning reel, and then gradually over time I was like, Dad, I can't throw rattle traps with this. It's annoying to throw rattle traps with this. I want to start on the baitcaster. So I did start on the baitcaster, and
didn't take you more than a day.
I started with another rod review that I think I might do. It was just a Bass Pro limited formula baitcaster and a Daiwa Laguna rod, which is one of my favorite rods. It's a $40 rod that can beat some of my $70 rods.
All right, so here's how we're gonna wrap this up. All right, we just wanted to shoot a really short film to tell you guys, don't throw this rod in the garbage, okay? Especially like a 7-footer. If this was a 6.6 and now it's still, if it was a 6.6 and now, it's like a 6'1", perfect little rod to take out to the pond. You could put a tip on that as well. Take it to the pond, throw a little small. Yeah, you don't have to get rid of these blanks. These blanks are awesome. Use a tool like this though. Don't splinter the blank, and cut through it cleanly. And then
cut with clippers too. If you clip it, that also splinters it. It cracks it.
It does.
And that's not good, because then when you clip it, you're gonna have this left on there, and like that. And but that thing, I was like, ooh, hopefully this doesn't splinter it more, and it would just went.
And what you're gonna do? Let's say let's say the break is way up here close to the tip, right? You're just gonna go to the next eyelet and go right underneath the next eyelet, okay? And then you're gonna put the end eyelet, which helps with line loop and helps your line not get wrapped around your tip and all that. So it's designed to go on the end. So anyways, guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. We're gonna be releasing a ton more content, so hopefully that helps somebody out there. Take care.